Hi guys, Mrs. Schott here. Welcome to a new week of learning. This week in math, we are going to talk about liquid measurements. We are going to be talking about cups, pints, quarts, and gallon. So for this video lesson, you're going to need a pencil and a paper because I'm going to give you some jobs along the way. So if you need to, pause me for a second, go get some pencil and paper, and then come right back. All right, here we go. So of our cups, pints, quarts, and gallons, the smallest is cups, the largest is gallons, and in between are our pints and our quarts. So let's take a look at some things that we can find around the house that are measured in this way. You might already be thinking of some things already in your house. So here's what I had. So the first one, the smallest unit, is a cup. So I brought a measuring cup here. I use this a lot when I'm cooking. And right to this line here, this is how much one cup is. So not a whole lot, a little bit of liquid. Okay. The next biggest is a pint. So something measured in a pint is salad dressing. This isn't the real teeny bottle. This is kind of like the medium-sized bottle. This is 1 pint of salad dressing. The next biggest is a quart. So something that's measured in quarts is the tall, skinny bottles of milk or cartons of milk. So this is 1 quart of milk. So the biggest is the gallon. So here I have a gallon jug of water. This is the largest. So sometimes in math or for real life, we need to find out how many quarts are in a gallon or how many pints are in a quart. So I'm going to show you a little trick that might help you. So in order to do that, I have to tell you a story. So this story is about the kingdom of Gallon. Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Gallon, there lived 4 queens. Each queen had a prince and a princess. Each prince and each princess had 2 cats. And they all lived happily ever after. So here's what I want you to think about. How could this kingdom of Gallon and these letters represented here help us with cups, pints, quarts, gallons? So pause the video for a second and think to yourself. All right, guys, were some of you thinking that the big G on the outside represents the gallon, that the 4 Q's represent quarts, the P's represent the pints, and the C's represent the cups? So this helps us figure out how many cups might be in a quart or how many quarts might be in a gallon. So, for example, if I wanted to find out how many quarts are in a gallon, I would have to count the Q's in the kingdom. So I see there is 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 Q's in the kingdom, so I know that there are 4 quarts in a gallon. So I know that it takes 4 of these to equal 1 of the gallon. So how about you guys try one? So this is where you're going to need your pencil and paper. Here's your first question. How many cups are in 1 quart? So go ahead, pause the video, and write down your answer. All right, did you say there are 4 cups in 1 quart? So if you look at the Q, and inside the Q, you look for the C's that represent the cups, there are 4 cups in a quart. Give yourself a pat on the back if you got that one correct. All right, let's try another one. How many pints are in 1 gallon? How many pints are in 1 gallon? Go ahead, pause for a second, write down your answer, and then we'll check it together. All right, are you ready? Did you say that there are 8 pints in 1 gallon? If you did, job well done. There are 8 pints. So if we count all the P's that represent the pints, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 pints in the 1 gallon. All right. So this is one little trick that might help you figure out how many of one thing is in another thing. So I'm going to introduce you to another trick. This is Mr. Gallon. So take a moment, look at Mr. Gallon. Look at his arms, his legs, his hands, his feet, and the things coming off of his hands and his feet. So pause for a second and think, how might this help you figure out how many cups might be in a quart? All right, did you say since he has 4 yellow cups hanging off of his arms there, it represents the 1 quart. So there are 4 cups in 1 quart. All right, let's try another one. Get your pencil and paper ready. Let's try using Mr. Gallon. How many pints are in 2 quarts? How many pints are in 2 quarts? All right, give me a pause and then do some thinking. Then we'll check. All right, did you say there are 4 pints in 2 quarts? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. Nice job. All right, let's try one more together. How many cups are in 1 gallon? How many cups are in 1 gallon? All right, give me a pause. All right, guys, did you say there are 16 cups in a gallon? Great job if you did. So to figure that out, I counted up all of the cups hanging off of Mr. Gallon, and I knew that there are 16. So it takes 16 of these to fill up 1 of these. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's do a little bit more work here. All right, so now we're going to estimate. We're going to choose the appropriate unit of measure for each item. So you're going to need your pencil and paper again here. All right, let's look at the first one. So here is a bathtub full of water. Would we measure that in cups, pints, quarts, or gallons? Write it down on your piece of paper, and then we'll check. All right, let's try the next one. How about this ice cream? This isn't a big tub of ice cream. This is one of those little tubs of ice cream. Would you measure that in cups, pints, quarts, or gallon? Which would be the best estimate? Write down your answer. All right, let's check this one here. This is a tall, skinny bottle of milk. Would we use cups, pints, quarts, or gallons to measure that one? Write it down. And this last one here, we have some coffee. I don't want to give you too much of a description because I'll give that away. So would we measure the coffee in cups, pints, quarts, or gallons? If you need to, give me a pause so you can write them all down and then we will check. Okay, here we go. Let's check. Did you say you would measure the bathtub in gallons of water? You should have. There's probably many gallons in a bathtub full of water. All right, the next one, this ice cream, it would be measured in a pint. These are those little personalized ice creams. I think you could probably eat all of it in one time if you tried. This would be a pint. And the last The second to last one is our tall, skinny milk. That is a quart of milk it will be measured in. And then this one here, it is a cup of coffee. So of course we would measure that in cups. All right. Give yourself a double thumbs up if you got those correct. All right. Let's do a little more work. All right, so some more estimation here. We're going to put these in order from the greatest to the least. So let me tell you about our pitchers here. We have a pitcher of lemonade. We have a tea, hot variety. Don't want to give you too much information. Then we have some Chinese food. And then we have a swimming pool. So give me a pause if you need to and put them in order from greatest to least. All right, are you ready to check? So the greatest, the largest would be the swimming pool. Then would come the pitcher of lemonade. Then would come the Chinese food. And last would come the cup of tea. So give yourself a pat on the back if you got all of those correct. All right, so we're going to end this little lesson with a challenge question. Did you know that your body, a kid's body, has about 2 quarts of blood? Interesting. Rewrite 2 quarts as many different ways as you can using the Kingdom of Gallon or Mr. Gallon. So you might want to rewind the video a little bit and stop on the Kingdom or the Mr. Gallon and see if you can figure this out. And then pause and see how many different ways you can write it. All right, guys, here are some of the answers. Did you say 4 pints? Or 8 cups? Or half a gallon? Or 1 quart and 2 pints? Or 2 pints and 4 cups? Or 1 quart and 4 cups? If you had some of those, you are well on your way to doing a great job with this week's math topic. All right, guys, it's been nice talking with you. Work hard the rest of the week, and the teachers can't wait to see your posts. All right, bye for now, guys. See you.